News and views on Salam Media. Our final interview for the morning, and the content producer's just given me a little extra time because we are going to be covering something pretty important. So we'll be with you till about five past 10 this morning. My guest is Belinda Nell, and she has lost two sisters to a condition called cystic fibrosis and has been a committee member of SACFA, VSU, CFNF, and CF Bias Club since the year 2019. She says she represents and assists families from South Africa, and she's also part of the Right to Breathe campaign. Belinda, now a very good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, so talk to us about the South African cystic fibrosis community. You are urging them to take the leap and join the David versus Goliath fight against Big Pharma. And in this situation, we are talking about, pardon, pharmaceutical company Vertex based in the USA. Give us the context to the story that you're sharing with us this morning.
Well, basically, Vertex Pharmaceuticals manufactures the modulated treatment called Trikafta, which has got a life-saving benefit to all cystic fibrosis sufferers. So the median age expectancy, if a patient is on this treatment from an early age, is up to the age of 82.5 years. So that is a normal life. And currently, Vertex has got patents in most of the countries, and where they don't see commercial pathway, they are denying people and patients the right to obtain generic modulated treatments in order to live. So this is the basis of the case, and this is what Cheri now is trying to achieve by inviting patients who qualify for Trikafta to join her in this court case against Vertex Pharmaceuticals.
So I understand, I hope I've got my facts correct here. You've lost two sisters to this condition. What exactly is cystic fibrosis?
Cystic fibrosis is a rare disease. It's a genetic rare disease. It affects primarily the respiratory and the digestive systems. And so what happens is that there is a faulty genes, or there's over 3,500 genes, depending on your genetic testing and your profile, that can actually affect the proteins in your body. So what happens is the lungs are primarily affected, and a patient develops like a mucus in their lungs, which is an ecosystem full of bugs and infections, etc., etc. And the older they get, or depending on the severity of it, they literally drown in their own mucus, and their lung function decreases. And then also the pancreas is affected, the liver is affected, where it's a horrible disease. I've seen it firsthand for 35 years. I don't wish it on anybody.
I'm so sorry that you were exposed to and subject to all of this. So you don't suffer from the condition, do you?
I'm a carrier of the faulty gene. So if two people get married and they both have the gene, there's a 50% chance that their child will either be born healthy and a carrier or have cystic fibrosis.
Okay, so talk to us about this David versus Goliath fight against this big pharma. Where are you at regarding this situation, and what made you go this route?
Oh, well, basically, we've been in talks with Vertex Pharmaceuticals since 2020, and with all the conversations that we've had with the major stakeholders and all the empty promises and the delaying tactics which we've witnessed with New Zealand, England, etc., we've decided, well, Cheri's decided to go this route because you can't wait. It's a silent disease. One day you're fine, the next day you can pass away. it's a necessity, and time is of the essence. This product has been on the market since 2019. It's been FDA approved since 2019. The first modulated treatment which children can take, called Calideco, has been on the market since 2012. And most third world countries do not have, or middle income countries do not have access to this drug. So the community forcing Vertex to either grant a compulsory license and let us obtain the generics now, because Vertex, because it's a travesty that one pharmaceutical company can hold the whole entire world to ransom.
Are there generics available, and are they as effective as the drug that is being supplied, that's been patented by Vertex? And of course, they probably will argue in the court case that their research has gobbled up a lot of money, and they need to, recoup the money that they've spent, for years on the research of this drug. So, where where do we stand with that situation? Is
Okay.
there a generic available?
Yes, there are generics available. What people don't know is that Calideco was founded by a philanthropic approach by the CF Foundation in the USA, as well as the Gates Foundation. So money was pumped in to the development of this drug for a philanthropic cause, and then all of a sudden it turned into a commercial outlet. So if you do the math, if a person has to take this drug in their lifetime, it's an additional R500,000,000, R500,000,000, which they are paying just to live. So obviously these costs will be recuperated for R&D on multiple occasions. And this initiative was spurred on because of the UK, or Can Be Now campaign, where the generics were discovered, and they put pressure on their government to either strike a deal with Vertex or to allow them to import generics. So this has been ongoing since 2015, and is a reliable safety and efficacy data, as well as clinical trials to support the backing that the generics are just as effective as the original.
So, where are you guys regarding the court case? And are you getting the support you believe that you need here in South Africa? Is the case going to be heard in South Africa, or is it going to the US?
It's going to be heard in South Africa. Right now, we are busy recruiting additional CF patients at a pro bono instance. The details are on the righttobreathe.net website, where they need to get into contact with the relevant people to find out the back end of the process.
And when does this go to court? Do you have a court date yet?
Nothing has been finalized as yet.
Okay, Belinda, we're going to have to leave it there, but we will reach out again sometime soon to hear what sort of progress has been made, and hopefully that this is going to be a win for you guys, because obviously lots of lives are on the line here. Thank you for bringing your story to us, and we hope and pray that it's going to end up with a very positive outcome for all CF sufferers, not only in South Africa, but all around the world. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate it.
You go well. God
Okay,
bless.
thank you.
6 after 10, time for me to wrap up. Thank you indeed for your time this morning, right here on News and Views. Till tomorrow morning at the same time as always. A shout out to our content and technical producers. Thank you guys for making the show possible. Take care on the roads. And as always, Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.